So I'm here today to give people words of affirmation, maybe some encouragement, if you will, for those people that have kids or have went through things in their life, and now they're older, they want to go back to school, all this other stuff. Let me tell you, I am here to tell you that it is possible. Here's my daughter. It's possible. I have 9 kids. Follow us on YouTube. And so life is life, and life was life for me. And I started school and I stopped school so many times for nursing until 2025. In 2025, I said, I'm going to go back to school. I reached out to the college I was going to. I said, I'm going to go back to school and I am going to be a nurse. I am going to be a nurse. And they were like, you only have like 4 more classes. I'm like, I only have 4 more classes? Anyway, so I started going back to school. I took my biology class. I had to take chemistry over again. I had to do, what was the other one? Math over again because there's a limitation. There was a limitation and it was like it expired. So I had to take those over again. I passed those, no problem. Next, I had to take the TEAS test. Now, if y'all familiar with the TEAS test, it is insane. Okay, you got like 5 different topics: science, reading, math, whatever else they wanted to throw in there that make no sense. It's insane. So I took that job. I studied for a couple of months. I took that job. When I was done, I swore up and down I passed that job. I was like, I got a 74.6. Like a girl is about to be a nurse next week. So I emailed my, what do you call those people? Advisors. And I was like, yeah, I just passed the TEAS, blah, blah. And she was like, sorry to inform you, you did not pass. I was like, excuse me? She said, you did not pass. You need a 75 and we do not round. What? So I was devastated. I was like, I'm not even, maybe this isn't for me. This is not what God intended for me to be. Even though I wanted to be a nurse since I was like yay big. So I was like, I'm going to do this again. I talked to my husband. My husband was like, no, keep going. Like, do it. Like, you're right there. So I was like, all right, you're right. Study. Took that joint again. 90, what did I get, a 94, I think, on that thing?
No, 95.
Something like that. My son's saying 95. 94, 95. It was 90 something. I passed this time. I was like, I passed this time, right? So now they're like, okay, you have to submit your application to nursing program. I submitted my application. I got approved. They're like, COVID vaccine mandated. I try so hard, y'all. I try so hard to force myself to believe that I was going to get that vaccine. Or I was just like, I cannot. I said I cannot. My kids need a mother, and I've heard some things. So I was like, I'm going to have to drop out. I was so upset. But then, I'm already working from home and I'm working in the medical field. I'm just working behind the scenes. I was like, what if I just take this to the next level and still work in healthcare? Because I've always wanted to be in healthcare. So I looked into some colleges and I found WGU. That's Western Governors University. Look that up. So I applied for WGU. I got approved. They took some of my transfer credits. Not many, but a couple. And they were like, all right, so this program, Bachelor's Health Administration, it was like going to take you until December of 2028. Excuse me? No, I'm not doing December of 2028. I'm not. I don't have time. I don't. So WGU is a college that you can take the classes at your own pace. Like there's no the class starts this time and it ends at this time. It's like when you start it, and then when you finish it, you finish it. Now you have terms, right? So I was like, oh no, I don't have time. December 2028. I'm gonna finish December of 2026. And they were like, okay. I was like, okay, let's do this. So I started WGU January 2026. This year I started January 2026. I started. Okay, so from January of 2026, January 1, 2026 to June 30th, 2026, I passed 19 classes. 19 classes. And I have 9 kids. 19 classes. Let me show you. Okay, so this is my portal. This is the last term I just did. I completed term 1. And these are where my transfer credits up here. So again, not many that they took. From January 3rd or January 1st, 2026 to June 30th. These are all of the classes that I passed. And these were the dates that I completed them by. I was knocking these out, y'all. I can't make this up. This was God. This was God. When I tell you, there was just signs along the way. So my new term starts today, July 1, 2026. And I'm telling y'all, I'm taking this to the crib. I am headed to the crib, y'all. Like, graduation is right there waiting for me. I can taste it. I only have this, and this. This is what? 4, 8, 10, 8, 9, 10 classes. How fast y'all think I'm gonna finish these classes? Like, look how many I did in the one term, and this is all I have. Yup. Well, anything is possible. Pray, dedication, determination, but pray. I cannot emphasize that enough. When I tell you, there were literally signs the entire time. There were a couple classes I was struggling with. The economics class, you could forget about it, because me in that class, absolutely not. I was probably in that class for like 3 weeks. That was way too long for my liking. But you have to just buckle it down and say, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Set your goals, right? Because my goal was I'm graduating December of 2026. That's just it. They told me December 2028. I said, I'm not doing that. My goal is December 2026. With the kids, I created schedules and routines and meal plans so that everything kind of rolled smoothly and that I had time for me to do school while they was at camp or school or after school activities or whatever it was. I made sure that I buckled down and I told myself, this is what we're doing. So the moral of the story is that anything is possible. You got to put your mind to it and put God first. And also, stay tuned to watch me graduate in the next couple of months.